YouTube is live. Send that, and then we can get going. Share. Post. And now WhatsApp. Okay. Are you ready? Sorry I'm dragging you onto this. I realize it's late, but let's see.
Oh, you're good.
Boom. 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 Oh, hang on. Michael just texted me. Should probably respond to that. What did he say? Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
What?
He sent a scrapbook thing from when we went to the zoo with my mom in second grade. Michael did.
Oh, have you seen him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Y'all been hanging?
No, not much. Might try to in a couple weekends. Okay.
You ready to start the Kahoot?
Oh yeah, hang on. Let me just finish doing this. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I'll get going here in a second. Microphone. Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Oh, camera. That's rather kind of important to have a camera. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NASCAR pre-race show, plus Kahoot, plus Throwback Weekend live stream. Basically, it's a big party. I got friends and family in this Kahoot that we're about to play. Hopefully, I didn't mess up like last time. If I did, I massively apologize. And most of these people probably aren't going to know any of these questions or any of what's going on. But it's going to be a very fun night nonetheless. So Emily is with us, by the way. Welcome to the show, Emily. Glad you can join us. Again, apologies for dragging you into this at 9:30 at night. But this isn't only a pre-race show. Like I said, it's a party tonight. A party in the USA, you might say. But I'm trying to evoke the best throwback that I can, and I'm going to go ahead and start this Kahoot. But I got the throwback sweatshirt on, throwback hat, as throwback as I can make it, and I got a couple die casts here to really get that going. We're going to go ahead and start now our Kahoot up. Turn the volume up. Going to be a lot of fun, everybody. Here we go. Question number, I'm going to try to act this out. I know y'all can't see it too well. Maybe I can do this. Question 1 of 6, who won NASCAR's first Cup Series race? This is going to be really awkward for most of the people in here. Red Byron, Glenn Dunaway, Richard Petty, or Jim Roper? Can you see the answers, Emily?
I cannot.
Oh, my gosh.
I could see the question, but I can. The answers are still shapes.
Oh, gosh. Okay, well, triangle's red Byron. Blue is red. Oh, gosh. This is a disaster again, of course. Only one person got that one right.
Oh, I forgot to answer.
Oh, my gosh. You only get 20 seconds. It's very, very intense.
I was too busy talking.
Jim Roper won NASCAR's first Cup Series race. Oh, of course, Caitlin was the only one to get that one right. It's going to be just like last game. Somebody's going to fluke into this win. Who won the first NASCAR Cup Series championship? Was it Lee Petty? I put him in there twice. So, was it Lee Petty? Lee Petty? Oh, okay, it was Red Byron. Somebody watched my video on Red Byron. Maybe 3 people, because 3 people got that right. Red Byron won the first NASCAR Cup Series championship. I wish I could meet the guy. I mean, he's passed now, but World War II hero, NASCAR Cup champion, just a fantastic human being. Susanna got that one right. Question number 3. Where was the founder of NASCAR, Bill France, from originally? Was it Daytona Beach, Florida, Charlotte, North Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, or Washington, D.C.? Let's see who gets this one. I apologize. I'm terrible at making these. I don't know. It looked fine in the preview. Let's see. Only one person got that one right. He was actually from Washington, D.C. originally. Let's see
Again,
here.
I'm losing, and I'm like the only one that knows what's happening.
That's hilarious. Oh, my dog's here, by the way. What was the name of the NASCAR Cup Series track in Lehigh, Arkansas? Was it Lehigh Speedway, Natural State Motor Speedway, the Memphis, Arkansas Speedway, or West Memphis Motorsports Park? So, Emily, I'm just going to kind of give you this one. It's Memphis, Arkansas Speedway. That's circle.
Well, frick,
that's
I
yellow.
already answered the question.
Oh, sorry. Well,
Yeah,
we talked about that. Remember? I thought you might remember that.
We did. I was between 3 or 4. And
Nobody got that one right. Wow.
For whatever reason, 4 sounded
All these
right,
people are
3
from
was
our
my
state.
best.
They don't know our state's own history. Kind of sad. Question 5 of 6. When was the first Southern 500 at Darlington held? 1949, 1981, 1950, or 1965? 1949 is the red triangle. 1981, the blue diamond. 1950, the yellow circle. And yep, 2 people got that one right. 1950.
Right.
You got it right. Good job, Emily.
Thank you.
Good job. True or false? Final question. Moonshiners had a big influence on the beginnings of NASCAR. Is it true or false? And let's see. This seems like a fairly easy one. And okay, well, the majority got that one right. So that's good. Let's see who won this thing. Let's see. Number 3, Susanna. Okay. Good job, Susanna. Number 2, Betsy. Okay. And did Caitlin win? Caitlin so won. I'm pretty sure Caitlin won. No, wait, you won. Oh, good job, Emily. You won that one.
I got first place.
Good job.
I don't know how.
Me neither, if I'm being honest. Wow.
I got a pizza.
Congratulations.
Okay, we got to get you to figure out the settings.
I know. I need to figure it out. All right, I just stopped recording for a second. I'm going to send one more link. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Okay. Anyway. All right, let me send a link and then we'll actually start the pre-race show, part of the pre-race show. It's getting underway here. Let's see. Conversation. Let me get to the right tab. I'll figure that out one day. Susanna said she would show me when she's over tomorrow, so maybe I can figure this out.
Perfect.
We'll see, but okay. Here we go. 3, 2. Okay, so that was a bit of a disaster because I have no idea what I am doing, admittedly, when I am making Kahoots. But anyway, I guess welcome to the official pre-race show, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2023 Goodyear 400 at Darlington Raceway. Emily, I can't hear you very well, or I couldn't in the earlier segment, so if you wouldn't mind speaking up just a little more so the microphone can catch you, that'd be great.
Sure,
but
I
we
will
are.
try. Sorry, my apologies. I don't have my AirPods.
You're
this
okay.
Week, and so
All right.
I'm trying to speak right into the speaker and try to be loud, but it is difficult to remember.
Just do the best you can. We are going to Darlington this weekend. Everything kicks off tomorrow, or well, you're probably watching this on Saturday. So today, I guess Saturday morning, with practice and qualifying. Pretty early start for everything. Truck race wrapped up tonight. Xfinity race tomorrow afternoon. But Cup practice gets started at 10:30 Eastern on FS2. It moves to FS1 at 11 a.m., which is stupid, but I digress. FS2 MRN Sirius XM NASCAR Radio qualifying at 11:20. FS1 Sirius the FS1 MRN Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. So about 20 minutes of practice for each group. I don't know why we do group practice. I don't understand it, but okay. And then the race itself, 3 p.m. Eastern on FS1 MRN Sirius XM NASCAR Radio on Sunday. Pre-race for that on TV begins at 1:30. On the radio begins at 2 o'clock. Entry list wise, nothing really notable. Ryan Newman in the 51, Brennan Poole in the 15. So no JJ Yaley this weekend. Weather-wise, I actually haven't checked the weather there, or the weather forecast there, at least for Sunday, since this morning. And since we are closer, it keeps changing. Sunday now looks good. Monday looks rainy, but Sunday looks fine, which is good because it was a little scary when we had possible rain in the forecast, and just not fun. Looking at the point standings. And again, Emily, it's weird. We don't have any news to talk about. I mean, I know we usually save news for the podcast and not the YouTube show, but it still feels weird. Not much news this week in the NASCAR sphere, which is
kind of the slowest week of the season, I would say.
Yeah, it really has been. Jimmy Johnson, by the way, was finally added to the NASCAR 75 list, so that is out in its entirety.
Okay.
Let's see here. Christopher Bell, Martin Truex, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, Ricky Stenhouse, the 9 drivers locked into the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. We have 16 slots, obviously, so half of the guys are locked in right now. Or, sorry, over half of the guys are locked in right now. Ross Chastain, the first man in on point, plus 151. Then it is Kevin Harvick, plus 105. Voice crack there, not fun. Ryan Blaney, plus 97. Brad Keselowski, plus 68. Chris Buescher, plus 49. Then you have Daniel Suarez, plus 6. Chase Briscoe, plus 2. Bubba Wallace, first guy out, minus 2. This is the 6th time this weekend that I have read off these points, and I almost had them memorized. Ty Gibbs, minus 16. McDowell, minus 18. Cindric, minus 25. LaJoie, minus 30. Gilliland, minus 41. Jones, minus 46. Almirola, minus 50. I'm not going to read off the point totals. I did that on the podcast earlier, below the L line. It's here on YouTube and on all major podcast platforms if you want more Darlington preview. But 25th on down, I think, really needs a win at this point. So Almirola, Allmendinger, Haley, Priest, Elliott, Dillon. That's the top 30. Burton, Gregson, Ty Dillon, 33rd. And then Bowman's going to be out officially after this weekend. Emily, what are your thoughts on the point standings going into Darlington? I know your boy Denny is locked in, but there's some guys like Bubba, Buescher, Suarez just kind of hovering around that cut line.
Yeah, and I'd love to see Bubba make it to the playoffs. I think that would be one just so exciting for him, but also just I love to see him. Got to root for the underdog. And as much as I'd like to think he's not an underdog, he kind
He
of
is. Yeah.
He's definitely in that ranking of one of those guys that's like, okay, we've been here a while. Time to make some moves.
Yeah, I kind of regard him in the same tier as like a Chris Buescher, Buescher's not with as good of a team as Bubba, but you kind of that same tier of, okay, you've been here a while, you've won a couple races, that's all well and good, but if you're really going to carve out a successful career, it's time to kind of get the ball rolling on that.
It is. It's time. It's time for him to show that he should be there, which I fully believe he should. It's just he hasn't been super consistent.
Exactly.
And that makes it difficult.
Yep. Hit it on the nose. Only 3 top 10s through 12 races. And he's been showing more speed. There's been some unfortunate incidents in that, but the guys, Chastain, Bell, Truex, Hamlin, Harvick, they're up there because they do show consistent speed. And if you don't show consistent speed in the Cup Series nowadays, you have no hope of winning a championship or making it to the round of 12 in the playoffs even. So next year we're going to preview Darlington. We're going to take a look at some guys you should watch out for. Me and Emily are also going to give our pole and win picks for the Lady in Black. Oops, I don't know what I just did there. What did Molly send me? Oh, she sent a video on how to correctly Kahoot stuff. Helpful. Okay. Are we done? Yes.
I'm like, are you still sitting there waiting for another round?
No, I'm not. Nope.
Not it.
Let's see here.
But she was sitting there, though.
Oh, was she? Oh, now I feel bad. Dang it. Oh, well.
She thought we were still playing.
Oh, no. Oh, well. Did you know Susanna went to Dallas?
When?
Last night, and then she drove back to Little Rock today.
Why?
I don't know. Spontaneous trip.
Did she have to work today?
No, she took a sick day.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, Miss Claudia did it, and Miss Claudia is like salt of the earth, so just saying,
Don't listen to Miss Claudia.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're desperate enough for Teachers Day that they'll let her do that.
Probably so.
Care, as long as she shows up to work.
Yeah, I kind of like she was only in. I think they went to Dallas and maybe Austin, but she wasn't there very long. I mean, they flew out last night.
Oh, they flew?
Drew back. Well, they flew out last night. She drove back today. So yeah. Let's see.
And she went to Dallas and Austin.
Yeah. And her car was in the shop. I think that's why they flew back. I think she drove back with somebody, a friend or somebody. But her car was in the shop again. She had another wheel bearing issue, but she's driving here tomorrow and staying tomorrow night. So I think her car will be okay. So.
Okay.
Alrighty. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Oh, hang on. Let me change that. And. Alrighty. Actually, before we preview Darlington, sorry to just keep you here longer, Emily, but one big part of this weekend, obviously, like the main part of this weekend, is NASCAR Throwback Weekend. And so what I'm going to do, Emily's going to see it. What I'm going to try to do here, and I'm going to try to edit this in post-production, and you'll see the same pictures, hopefully, that Emily and I will be seeing, is some throwback pictures relating to NASCAR in me, because, I'm egotistical. Hope not, at least, I don't know. This conversation is spiraling out of control, but I have kind of ish. I have the most throwback stuff I can have around me. I got this 50th anniversary diecast. I have this like gem of a 1/18th Ricky Craven car from 1997 when he drove for Rick Hendrick, that beautiful Budweiser scheme that I found in a pawn shop really close to Emily's house. So absolute W for those guys. And it was also only like $20 for like something I could get highballed for like $80 on eBay. I have the first NASCAR diecast I ever owned, and again, I'm getting way too sentimental about a hunk of metal that costs $5 here, but this very torn up, incredibly beaten up, and here I'll show it to you too, Emily, piece of well, it's probably not even diecast metal anymore. It probably just, basically, it's like me, like my DNA is just seeped into this thing now. But this thing is 10 years old, which kind of makes me sad, makes me feel old, especially with my birthday coming up. I really feel old looking at this now. This car is a decade old, like the paint scheme and the actual diecast, which makes me sad. And then I had the cars from the Talladega races I went to. Because I was not even 10 years old, that won't hurt it. I smashed this thing into a wall or something, I guess, which I'm kind of frustrated at myself for doing now. The 2015 car is it's in pristine condition compared to that one. And I'm wearing, this is the first NASCAR hat that I owned. I got it in, this had to have been 2015, first year of Junior's nationwide scheme. It's very faded. This is the hat I wore to my outside job every year last year, and this thing has been through the absolute ringer. It has been stepped on and rained on and snowed on and mulched on and been kicked around in the dirt on accident and been dropped from ladders when I almost dropped from a ladder. Thankfully I didn't, but anyway. And this sweatshirt is, I got it in 2014. It's still way too big for me as it was, obviously, back in 2014. But it's like circa 2011, 2012. It's the most throwback NASCAR item I own. So just wanted to do that in the spirit of Throwback Weekend. And like I said, I'll do my best to show these on the screen, Emily, or in post-production. But I'm going to try to show them to you if I can figure out how to do this. So I don't have many pictures from my 2014 and 2015 trips to Talladega. I couldn't find many, at least conveniently. So what I do want to go ahead and share, though, and I'll put this up in post-production, are some pictures of me and my family at our first NASCAR race, my first NASCAR race, my whole family's first one. Let's see here. Tab, let me see if I can screen share files, downloads. There we go. Share the, hang on a minute. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger. So, darn it, that's the wrong thing. Hang on. We don't need the, oh my gosh, that's the wrong thing. Oh my goodness gracious. Technology is very, oh my gosh, hang on a minute. I will figure this out in a second. Ignore that. There we go. Okay, now we have it. So now I'll put them up. I apologize for that, but I'm going to zoom in. So Emily, I think can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay,
it's not clear.
Yeah,
it's not very big, but I can see it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna put these up in post production, but the first picture y'all should be seeing here, that's me and my sister on the way. As you can see, I was clearly the more enthusiastic one. I'm very grateful to her we dragged her to 3 of these things. I think she read both times that she was at Talladega, but
I'm actually, okay, I don't think I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing. Because what I see is the list of your downloads.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
can't see the actual picture.
Okay.
Can you see the actual picture?
Okay. Can you see it now?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yes. But
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Oh,
do you
dear.
Get it?
I do get it. I do get it. I'm cultured. Ish.
I was going to say, if we're too young for that, I'm going to be appalled.
Okay. And Emily, you can't see it, but you'll see it if you watch the video in post-production.
I can use my imagination.
Yeah, I'm just going to scroll through these now. I apologize for rambling on. I'll probably just put screenshots of info for the race weekend here. But so the second picture is, it's my sister in some pretty cool aviator shades, but it's also me trying to strike a pose. I don't know what I was doing in that picture, honestly. that's a picture. The next one is a picture of Dale Jr.'s car on the grid before this race. Actually, a pretty good picture, pretty clear picture. Next one, that's me and my dad looking. Well, my dad looks excited. I look kind of scared. Then I believe the last picture is me pulling off what probably should be a Guinness World Record, to be honest. The only person to ever fall asleep in the first 10 rows of a NASCAR race. So, just saying, like, NASCAR, hit me up for a promotion or something on this, because I'm probably the only person to ever do that.
It's pretty impressive.
It is. But I think that's all the pictures I have. Again, sorry for that was incredibly awkward. This show is incredibly awkward most of the time anyway.
We're
especially
awkward people, but it's okay.
Yeah, technology is not our thing, as you can obviously see. I hope y'all have been able to hear Emily. But anyway, talking about this race, like actually talking about the race now. There are a few guys, two guys I'm not going to pick, but Tyler Reddick and Kyle Larson, you have to watch out for them. They love ripping the top of racetracks. That's just what they do. This track fits their driving style. But without further ado, Emily, who is your pick to win this weekend's Goodyear 400 at Darlington? And who is your pick to win the pole as well and lead the field of green?
Listen, I love it when someone wins the pole and wins the race. And I'm going for my man, Kyle Larson, this week.
You're going with Kyle Larson.
Even though I would love for Denny to have 2 in a row, but we're going for Kyle.
If there is a 1v1 battle at the end of this race between somebody else and Kyle Larson, who would it be challenging him?
Oh, gosh. I don't know.
Kind of surprised. Kind of surprised you didn't say Denny there. But
that would just what are the chances?
Yeah, it would be pretty neat though. I mean, would Larson do the same thing to Denny? Like that whole conversation's brought up again.
Honestly, I would hope so.
So I said last week that my dream scenario for the end of the Kansas race would be Kyle Larson versus Tyler Reddick. We got Kyle Larson versus Tyler Reddick's car owner. But I think this weekend will come down to Denny Hamlin versus Kyle Larson. Larson is still looking for his first Darlington win. He's been so close a lot. Denny has won at Darlington many times, and he could probably win out this whole month, like if we're being honest. But I think that Denny Hamlin wins this race. I'm going to say William Byron on the pole.
Think so?
I really do. I really do.
Love that.
I'd bet a substantial amount of money on it. I'm just saying. If I was a betting man, which I'm not. I'm also not legally allowed to bet, but but yeah, give me Denny Hamlin to win this race. He's just so good here. He's on a roll. He's got momentum, and he's confident. Now, I know we say this about a lot of drivers, like, oh, a confident Martin Truex, a confident Kyle Larson, a confident Chase Elliott. But that's because that's true, like for all these guys and Denny Hamlin. There are only 4 or 5 guys that you can say that it legit applies to. I think Logano, Harvick, Truex, Logano, Harvick, Truex, Larson, Elliott, Denny, 6 guys. You can say, when they're confident, yes, absolutely, they're going to win. Denny is one of those guys. When he's confident, when he's on a roll, when he has speed, he can win. So give me Denny Hamlin to win the race. Give me William Byron, though, to win the pole. And with that, I believe we have basically wrapped the show up, everybody. Again, if you want more pre-race coverage of the Goodyear 400 at Darlington, be sure to check out the Below the L-Line podcast. I did something kind of new today, and it's probably going to annoy a lot of people. I did the whole thing in my best radio voice just to try it. I wanted to see what that was like because the pre-race podcast, except for last week's, is not typically the big podcast in terms of downloads and stuff like that. So I just wanted to try that. Last week's Kansas pre-race podcast is still blowing up, at least relatively for our terms. It's still the most downloaded podcast in our history, which, speaking of our history, episode 40 will be Monday's episode. So, I know I'm probably driving you insane, Emily, with the amount of times I text you, hey, can you do the show? But we made it 40 episodes without killing each other. So congratulations. I believe that's all we have, guys. Again, so podcast out right now, podcast out Monday, recapping the whole thing, and content here on the Spotter Stand at YouTube channel all weekend long, covering Darlington. Thank you for coming on, Emily. Next time I see you, will probably be Sunday night.
I hope everyone can hear me and it doesn't sound like you're talking to a ghost.
Hopefully so. Hopefully we can get you Sunday night for the post-race show on YouTube, and then Monday for the post-race podcast. Going to be a great weekend of racing at Darlington Raceway. I'll probably see you truck post race show out tonight. Hopefully, if I can make it, if I can keep my eyes open, I'll probably have to tape them open like Ricky Rudd. But it's going to be a really fun weekend of racing. So thank you for coming on, Emily. Why don't you go ahead and tell the viewers what they should do?
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and share with everyone you know.
Do that, and also email us, blowthealarmpodcast@gmail.com. I'd love to hear complaints, compliments, comments, or if you want to sponsor us, podcasts, go ahead. Thank you for watching, everybody. I am Samuel Stubbs from the Spotter Stand. I'm pointing to a screen. That is Emily. Just imagine Emily right here. We will see you next time. Goodbye. Oh, gosh. I don't know what that was, but, oh, goodness. This sweatshirt is fleece, and I am burning with both my fans on full blast. Oh, dear.
Maybe that means it's time to put the sweatshirt away.
Maybe so. That might work. Oh, by the way,
yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and end the YouTube live stream here, actually. Let's see. Ending the YouTube live stream.